What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Nora and thank you so much for watching. Before we jump into today's video, be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Follow your girl on Instagram because you know we are growing the family across all platforms. So, girls, okay? Girls, as my good sis Kyra likes to say, we're gonna get into a girl talk, okay? We're gonna get into a girl talk today because, you know, I saw some foolery, some foolishness going on the internet this past week, and I felt like it was kind of, you know, important for us to talk about it. And I have a couple things that I wanted to kind of touch base on, or when I say couple, literally two things and two specific like interviews, reality show clips that I saw this week. So my girls and I always like to, you know, kind of do a little recap of what we've seen, current events, and we kind of like to chit chat and, you know, just get each other's opinions on what's going on. So first piece that I kind of wanted to dive into today, not too sure if any of you are familiar with a young woman named Megan. I believe it's Megan James, if I'm not mistaken. She was most known for being on Bad Girls Club, and then she was also, I believe, on Basketball Wives. Don't quote me on that, but I'm almost positive she was on Basketball Wives as well. She's currently on a new show. I believe it's called like Notorious Queens, where they kind of bring like the most notorious reality TV show women on one show. All the foolery, all the nonsense. I don't watch the show, but there was a clip recently that went pretty viral this week where Megan, you know, took it upon herself to kind of talk about cheating and how she accepts her significant other, her partner, her man to cheat as long as he cheats respectfully. Let me take a little sip of my beverage. Okay, sis, before we jump into that. So let me just tell y'all, first of all, the bar that unfortunately us women, and I'm not even gonna say some, all, I'm just gonna say collectively because maybe we could do a better job of helping each other, but the bar is so low, guys. The bar is in hell at this point, okay? The bar is so low as to what we will accept from men, what we will accept from our significant others. You know, we are compromising and bending in ways that we shouldn't, and accommodating things that we shouldn't, and behaviors that we absolutely should not accept. I would just start off by saying right here, you guys, there's no such thing as cheating respectfully, okay? There is no such thing as having an understanding between you and your significant other on how you guys want to cheat, okay? Disrespectfully, if you cheat on me, go play with your mama, don't come play with me. I'm telling you that right now, okay? Play with your boys, play with your friends, play with your mother, okay? Don't even come try to bring that over here on this end, because I'm telling you right now, it's never going to work, okay? There is no such thing as cheating respectfully. Now, I will take it a step further to say, if you and your significant other have come to an understanding that you guys are going to operate in the space of like an open relationship, that is different, because it's not even, I mean, I don't even think you call that cheating at that point. You guys are in a relationship where you have an understanding that you are allowed to see other people, date other people, whatever your parameters are. Now, that's not my journey. I'm not into that, okay? I'm not really good at sharing, okay? I'm the only girl. I have two brothers, so I never had to share shit. So I'm not really one for that, but obviously, sweet your own. If that's what you do, that's your business, that's your journey. But if I am in a relationship with my significant other, my partner, it is understood that we are in a monogamous relationship. Now, if I even have to take it a step further to explain that to you, there's already an issue there, and we don't even need to be together. But cheating respectfully does not exist, okay? Ladies, I don't want you to let someone come up to you and tell you that, well, at least I was being honest, at least no, because at the end of the day, if that person loved you, they wouldn't want to give any ounce of their own being or fiber to somebody else. They would be 100% invested in you, in your relationship, and in building the two of you together. So I want to make it clear. I don't want anyone to be confused, because I'll tell you, my girls and I were talking about it and going through comments on, I think it was like Twitter and Instagram, and the amount of women, we're not even gonna talk about the men, because you already know them and their foolishness, what they be feeling, what they be talking about. Yeah, we down for that. They're down for it until their girl really starts doing it to them, and now you boo-hoo-hoo and crying in my face because you're sad that I got a nigga that look better than you, period. Anyways, so you know, I was reading the comments and there were a lot of women that were like, yeah, you know, I agree, you know, as long as he doesn't let me find out, as long as this. And it's like, well, sis, if that's how you value yourself, of course that's the kind of behavior that he's going to show in your relationship. You should show that you are valuable and you know you are worthy, and hold yourself to a standard that if your man or your significant other and partner is going to be with you, they need to only be with you. The moment you start tolerating it in secrecy is when he's going to also tolerate it in public. And now you look like Boo Boo the Fool. Now you look like you were born last night. What? I know these niggas ain't right. Like what my man Weezy said at the beginning of Chris Brown's song. Listen, y'all not listening, okay? And if you think that, oh, well, letting him do it in private is going to solidify and strengthen your relationship, baby girl, we are sadly mistaken. We are sadly mistaken, because at that point, you are allowing your partner and your significant other to go out there and build bonds with other people when they should be strengthening that bond with you directly. So, you know, just again, even just thinking about that little clip, I just was sitting there and I'm like, this girl was so adamant and so like sure she was dropping some gems. You know what I mean? You know, when you be getting in them little chats, or you go on little chatty house, or even on Twitter and you get somebody and they tweet something and you like, you really thought that tweet was about to hit, huh? You thought you did something there, and I'm just watching this like, sis, no, that's not it, okay? That's not it. This is definitely not the message you should be sharing now. Don't get me wrong, I'm also a person who believes don't let your kids try to learn life through the internet. But at the same time, I'm like, there's grown-ass women looking to this girl as well and listening to what she's saying, and they're sitting here like, oh, okay, well, maybe if I allow him to do it, you know, we'll be fine. No, sis, you're just making it easier for him to do it, and he don't even have to worry about you finding out because you've already made it acceptable. Would you feel okay then, now knowing that this person is building a bond with someone else and, you know, spending time with them? I don't care what anybody says. I know a lot of men try to push this out and say it doesn't happen, but I promise you guys, the more the casual sex starts to happen, the more they're stepping out on you. They are building bonds and relationships with someone else. And now instead of your partner coming home and focusing on your foundation, they're building foundations in 6 different places. That's just what I'm gonna say. Okay, sis? You want a happy home? Well, now he has 6. How do you expect to manage that? How do you expect to grow? How do you expect to progress when you are allowing your significant other to continue and do that nonsense elsewhere? So I'm gonna say it just like this, ladies. There is no such thing as cheating respectfully, because I'm a disrespectfully bounce. I'm a disrespectfully have to tell you about yourself. And then I'm a respectfully keep it pushing and go on about my business. Okay, so ladies, disrespectfully or respectfully, never fucking allow cheating, guys. Never. I don't give a damn what anybody says. Never allow cheating, because you are worth way more. And the person that knows that is not even gonna fucking think about cheating, because they're gonna have everything they need right here. Okay, so secondly, I wanted to kind of touch on briefly the recent interview, I don't know if I guess interview podcast. I'm not quite sure what it is because I don't really watch it, but if you saw, Saweetie did an interview with Justin Combs and Justin LA Boy. And there was one specific clip. I feel like there were a lot of different clips that people started talking about, but there was one specific clip that I feel like people were really in a frenzy about. You know, all the boys had their little tangas in a bunch. So this I thought was very interesting, because a lot of my girlfriends and, you know, some of my close friends, couldn't really understand like the hoopla behind it. So if you didn't watch, Justin LA Boy, who's like an Instagram personality, he has like a Instagram that has like a lot of different memes, and he just be saying a whole bunch of foolery. But he was asking Saweetie essentially if she would allow for herself, her boyfriend, her significant other, whoever she is, to have a threesome with them. And you know, the way he's kind of setting the scene was like, you know, you got a great man. He's doing everything for you. You know, he takes you shopping and trips, and, you know, he's loyal. He's this, that, and the third. And, you know, he starts saying he was super nonsense. He sucks your toes. He's doing this. And he's asking all these things, thinking in his head, he thinks it's about to hit. He's about to deliver the punchline. He thinks he's setting the stage. Saweetie, which I love, is sitting there and she's playing into it. You know, she's kind of sitting there like, okay, if you give me dummy, I'm gonna give you dummy too. If you're questioning my intelligence and you have me here at an opportunity to interview and this is what you want to focus on, then bet I'm gonna give you foolishness back too. So Sweetie, if you watch the clip, is kind of playing into it. You know, she's giving very passive aggressive, like, oh yeah, he's shopping for me, cute. Okay, cool. Is he taking me out to dinner? Oh, he's doing that. Oh, okay. He's doing everything. And you can tell, and again, I don't know if this is just women and we know how we can kind of play that little like passive aggressive thing. I'm the queen of it, okay? I'm queen over here, Queen Petty, Petty LaBelle, Petty Latifah, holla at me. I will be real good with it. And I watched that clip and that's exactly what I got. I could tell Sweetie was kind of, you know, again, being a little condescending and shady to kind of say to him, like, this is what you're asking me in this interview. We have an opportunity to talk about so many things, and this is what you're focused on. So she went on to say all of that, you know, amping him up, to then wrap up the sentence and said, well, you know, yeah, if my man's doing all of that, then I'm gonna give him the, you know, the honors to pick the dude that we're gonna have the threesome with. Now, obviously that was not the answer he was expecting. That wasn't the answer probably anyone in the audience was expecting, because, you know, society, obviously they're like, oh, if it's two guys, they ran a train on her, whoop-de-whoop, all this other nonsense. But I'm like, okay, so you guys completely missed the point. That wasn't why she answered the question that way. She answered the question that way because, again, if you're giving me foolishness, I'm gonna give you foolishness back. If you're giving me dummy, I'm gonna give you dummy back. If you're interviewing me and these are the standards of questions that you're asking me here, well, then what kind of value are you placing on me? And then the fact that, you know, Justin LA Boy, as he's asking these questions, kind of made it seem like, okay, everything that the boyfriend is doing in the relationship to be a good man to her deserves some type of round of applause and pat on the back and kudos. I don't know about you guys, but I'm very big, and I tell people this all the time. I don't congratulate people for behavior and shit that they should already be doing. I don't, because again, I think a lot of people have their standards very, very low, and a lot of us are expecting the bare minimum. I'm not going to congratulate you for that. Now, don't get me wrong. This is not to say that if my man is treating me well and he's just a really good guy to me, that I'm not going to do certain things to show him that love back as well. Duh. There's an entire quiz out there called Love Languages, guys, for a reason. So of course, I will cater to my man in ways that I know will make him happy. But if you are telling me the only way that I can show my gratitude back to my man is to then invite someone else into my bed, you can miss me with all that shit, okay? You can miss me with all that, because I'm not buying that. And if that's what you tell me is the only way that I can satisfy you and show you that I love you, then we don't need to be together. We don't need to be together. Because if the only way that you're happy and you can say, damn, yo, my shorty really loved me, my girl really loves me, she let another girl come in our bed, well, I'm not the one for you then. I'm not. And again, this is not sitting here to judge anybody. Respectfully. Respectfully, I'm judging though. Am I? Yeah, I'm kind of judging though. But I mean, hey, to each its own. If that's how you and your significant other operate and that's what you're into, cool, great. But I didn't gather that from Sweetie, and I could tell that she also probably was looking at him like, bro, why would I welcome someone else into my relationship, into our bed, just to show my man, oh, I love you and thank you for doing everything you should do as a boyfriend anyways. And I'm not even getting into gender roles. I'm not saying, oh, he gets the oil change, he takes out the trash, and she cooks, cleans, blah, 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 all that stuff. That's not what I'm talking about. But just because someone is treating you right in a relationship, I don't think is a reason to now have these sexual exploitations and just bring someone else into your home, into your relationship, and into your bed. I think that's wild. And I don't want to say I was surprised, but it was just like another additional disappointment just to see the amount of men, and some women too, you know, the little pick-me's on the internet that were like, oh my God, I can't believe she would say that. I see why Quavo left her, whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop. And it's like, well, first of all, we're not even in their relationship, guys, so we have no clue probably what has been unfolding for a while. But I agree with the fact that she was like, all right, cool, you give me dummy, I'm gonna give you dummy back. You're questioning my intelligence and this is the shit you're asking me? Well then bet, I'm gonna give you a stupid ass response and just gonna entertain this nonsense, because it didn't make any sense. And it was interesting to even go further when you're on social media and going through like Twitter and stuff, and you see some of these dudes and they're like, this is why I be telling dudes, don't be messing with these birds. You know, look how quick she was to go on the internet and say she would let a dude run a train on her. And I'm like, first of all, Sweetie got a whole communications degree from USC. Okay, you and your yuck mouth teeth sitting on that fucking mattress on the floor in the basement of your mother's house is over here talking about a woman who has a 4-year degree from one of the top universities in the country. Please have several seats, okay? Have several seats, okay? I'm not here for the foolishness and these other men that want to drag this woman, because just like I always say, you give me foolishness, I'm gonna give you foolishness back. You give me bitch, I'm gonna give you bitch back. And she literally sat in that interview and looked at Justin LA Boy and said, so this is how you prepped for this interview and this is what you wanted to ask me. So bet I'm gonna answer you just as stupid as you sound. So I don't know, I thought that was kind of interesting and I wanted to kind of sit here and chat with you guys a little bit about it, because watching that clip, I was just like, I don't understand why everybody thought it was such a big deal. I could read it very quickly that she was just being passive aggressive and shady and condescending, which I think she had every right to do, because I would have probably responded the exact same way. I actually probably wouldn't have even answered the question, because I would have looked at him and just been like, okay, next. Like, why are you asking me that? Any man that's a real man and is happy in his relationship does not need another shorty to come into the relationship to make him feel like, oh, I love him. What type of weirdo activity? Like, that's just, I'm literally sitting here thinking about it again. It's getting me so aggravated, because I'm like, that is just like the most weirdo shit I have ever heard. Oh, I know my girl loves me because she let me have sex with another girl. What, bro? Goofy? Well, if that's what you want to do, then go be single. Okay, I guess that's kind of the topic of this whole entire fucking conversation today. You see me, I'm already getting annoyed. But I guess that's the topic of today's conversation. If you want to sleep around and you want to be with other people, then go be single, guys. Go be single. It's really that simple. You know what I mean? Like, don't come over here wasting my time. Don't be coming over here messing up what I got going on, okay? My mother and father didn't raise me like that, okay? So I don't got time for that. If that's the kind of business and the foolishness you into, be my guest. But don't bring that foolishness and that nonsense over here. And ladies, I just want to say, don't tolerate it either. Don't tolerate it. There's plenty of other people out there that will love you unconditionally and will not even think twice of wanting to welcome another woman into your bed for none of that, because they will know, I got everything I need right here, okay? So don't fall for the trap, don't fall for the nonsense. Justin LA Boy, I know he got a couple little memes that be real cute, real kiki, real funny, but like, don't fall for the bullshit. All right, you guys, so that is it for today's video. I know a shorter one, but again, you know, whenever I have kind of these topics or things on my heart, I just like to get an opportunity to just sit here with you guys and talk a little bit about it, have a little beverage, you know, just a little stupid little chit chat. And I just think it's fun to kind of do it together. My girls and I always are having these conversations, so I always think it's fun to continue them here with you guys as well. So as always, comment down below, let me know what you guys think. Have you guys seen either of these clips? What do you guys think about the cheating respectfully? Do you think Sweetie was out of line for how she responded? Let's have a conversation. You know, this is a free space. I don't want nobody beefing, none of that. Obviously, everyone's entitled to their opinion. Now, don't get me wrong. If you say some nonsense, I'm gonna tell you, you saying some nonsense, okay? But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy this video. Don't mind me also, oh wait, let me just say this little disclaimer real quick. Don't mind me being in the same shirt, because listen, y'all, YouTube lifestyle, when you filming multiple videos a day, sometimes you don't got time to be switching shirts. And to be honest, I feel kind of cute, okay? I feel real cute in this shirt today. So I said, you know what? They're going to get it twice, okay? And that's on period, okay? That's on period. All right. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye, guys.
Guess don't you make me change my mind. If you love me, baby, don't you